it's starting to bow right in the center. Just slide your hands underneath, right there where the cobalt meets the amber. Perfect. Hold it firm, just like that. I can feel the tension in the glass easing already. You always seem to know exactly how much pressure to apply without overdoing it. I didn't expect to see you still here this late. I noticed you at your bench earlier, tucked away in your own little world, but I thought you'd headed home an hour ago. You've been working so hard lately, perhaps a bit too hard. I can see the exhaustion behind your eyes, even in this dimming light. If you're enjoying our quiet time in the studio tonight, please do take a second to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It helps us keep this little sanctuary going, and I'd love to hear in the comments what kind of crafts make you feel most at peace. Look at the way the sun is hitting the windows right now. It's that beautiful, fleeting golden hour where everything feels like it's suspended in time. The dust motes are drifting through the air like tiny specks of floating gold, and the light is catching all the scrap pieces on the walls, making the whole room glow in shades of deep crimson and emerald. It's so quiet, isn't it? Just the sound of our breathing and the distant hum of the city winding down. I have to admit, I was struggling with this commission. A cathedral window replica like this requires a certain soul, I think. I sat here for the longest time, iron in hand, but I couldn't bring myself to start the final soldering. I realized I was waiting for you. There's a specific touch you have, a calmness that seems to seep into the work whenever you're nearby. I truly couldn't finish this piece without you here to anchor it. Stay exactly where you are. Keep your fingers spread wide against the glass to distribute the weight. I'm going to lean in close now so I can reach the workbench. I need to grab the flux in the iron. We're going to seal these joints together very slowly, very carefully. Don't move a muscle. I've got you, and you've got the glass. We're perfectly in sync. I'm just going to dip my brush into the flux now. There. Can you hear that tiny, sharp sizzle as it touches the lead? It's a satisfying little solder melts into a liquid silver drop. It has to be rounded and smooth, sitting perfectly on the joint like a little pearl. The temperature has to be just so. If I let the iron linger a second too long, the thermal shock will crack the glass right under your fingers. But if it's too cool, the metal won't flow, leaving the joint jagged and weak. It's all about that delicate balance of heat and patience, a soft touch and a steady heart. The sun is dipping even lower now, isn't it? The gold in the room is shifting into deep violets and bruised oranges. It's getting harder to see the fine lines of the lead, but I find I don't really need the light as much when you're standing this close. I can feel the warmth radiating from the iron between us and the steady rhythm of your breathing. Stay with me. We're almost through the hardest part. Wait just for a second. Stay exactly where you are. Don't move a muscle. The sun has finally reached that perfect low angle through the clear story windows, and look at what it's doing. A beam of deep, heavy cobalt and that rich, pulsing ruby light from the panel is hitting your face just right. It's projecting the soul of the glass directly onto you. It's beautiful, isn't it? But if I'm being honest, I think the light looks best when it's dancing across your handsome face like that. The way the blue catches the line of your jaw and the red softens your expression. It's breathtaking. I've spent years trying to capture the perfect hue in these pieces, but standing here with you, even the most vibrant cathedral glass seems a bit dull by comparison. These are just fragments of sand and mineral after all. It's your presence in this room that actually brings the workshop to life. Can you feel that? That low, humming heat radiating from the soldering iron between us. It's keeping the air so warm right here in our little circle, while the rest of the studio begins to cool. And this silence, it's so rare to find someone you can just be quiet with. It's a comfortable, heavy silence where nothing needs to be said, because we both understand exactly what the other is feeling. I can feel your focus, your steadiness. It's like we're perfectly in sync, two halves of the same craft. I have a confession to make. Before you started coming here, this studio used to feel so cold to me. Even with the furnaces on and the kiln running at full tilt, it felt clinical. Just a place of work, sharp edges, and lonely hours. But now, everything has changed. I find myself watching the clock throughout the morning, not because I'm tired, but because I'm looking forward to this, the quiet magic of our shared afternoons. I've grown so fond of the way you look when you're concentrated, the way way you handle the glass with such reverence. It's the highlight of my day. These stolen moments when the world outside fades away and it's just us, creating something beautiful that will outlive us both. The last few joints are almost set now. Just a couple more drops of liquid silver to bridge the gaps, and the panel will be whole. The weight of the glass doesn't feel so heavy anymore, does it? The danger of it bowing or breaking is passing. I can feel the tension leaving your shoulders as the lead hardens. We're almost there. Just stay close to me for a few more minutes. I'm not quite ready for this afternoon to end. There, that's the last one. I'm setting the iron back in its cradle now. If you're enjoying our time together, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me release these stories much faster for you. Now listen. Can you hear that faint, metallic ticking? It's just the heating element contracting as it begins to cool down. A little rhythmic heartbeat for the workshop. It's finished. We did it together. Now, just let me take this soft cloth. I'm going to wipe away the excess flux. Listen to the sound of the fabric against the glass. It's so hushed, isn't it? Like a soft lullaby. I'm just buffing the lead until it shines like old silver. The glass is starting to cool too. It's no longer a fragile thing. It's strong now. It's a single, solid piece held together by our work. I can see your eyes getting so heavy, the way you're blinking slowly, trying to stay awake for me. You can let go of the panel now, I promise. It won't bow and it won't break. The lead is set firm. Just let your hands drop. There you go. Shake out the tension in your fingers. Lean back against the workbench with me and just breathe. The evening air is starting to drift in through the high windows, cooling the room down. It feels so crisp and clean after the heat of the iron, doesn't it? You have such a gift. I hope you know that. I've seen many apprentices over the years, but none with your steady hand or your eye for the light. You're so important to me, not just for the work we do, but for the way you make this place feel. Tomorrow morning, when the sun comes up, we'll see this window in a whole new light. It will be the first thing the dawn touches. But for now, you've done enough, more than enough. I want you to go home and have a deep, colorful sleep. Imagine the ruby and cobalt lights we saw today dancing behind your eyelids. I think I'll stay here just a little longer though. I want to watch the stars come out through the fairy glass we just finished together. Although, if you're still feeling a bit restless later, I might have some much more hands-on ways to help you unwind and tire you out completely. You can find the continuation of our night over on my Patreon. The link is in the description.